Today, for episode number 11, I spoke to Kim Song Jin, my Korean Air Force teammate. Jin arrived to Kunsan shortly after me in July of 2020, and over this year we have shared many experiences together. Work, dinner, drinking, hooches, karaoke, and camping. He is one of the first Koreans to train in the Kunsan RAPCON with American air traffic controllers. Jin makes my life and the life of all RAPCON air traffic controllers stationed at Kunsan so much easier because he enriches our life with Korean experiences. He translates for us at work and translates for us outside of work over phone calls. Because I know Jin and because Steve Jobs invented the iPhone, I can have conversations with any Korean at any time. Jin and I talk about his experience working with Americans. We talk about my favorite book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And we talk about his upcoming wedding with his fiancé, Sally. I don't want to brag, but I was the first person that he and Sally invited to the wedding. He even gave me a +1. Sally, thanks for the wedding invitation. And Jin, thanks for the conversation. Yes. All right. So today, episode number 11, I got my boy, one of my best friends here at Kunsan Air Base, Jin.
This. Yeah.
One of the Korean Republic of Korea Air Force air traffic controllers. One of the first people ever for Koreans to train air traffic with the rest of us.
Yes, that's true.
I'm really excited you found time to come here and join me. I know we're friends and you were going to do it just because you like me. It means a lot to me that you would do this, man. Sally, your wife, got us beers that we had to try that neither of us have tried until today. So for Sally.
I know this name is feeling good.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Oh,
Anyone
man.
that watches the video will see that. But I just spilled about 10% of a beer on me because Sally must have shaken it.
I need a toilet paper for that.
We'll
you need a Tisue, you know. Where is it? Okay.
Dude, this is already starting off good. I don't know how I'm going to do much better, but cheers. Sally, thank you for this beer.
Sally, thank you for allowing me to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. And I'm excited for June 26th. If anyone has noticed our decoration for the day.
We're getting ready.
And we're going to get to that later. But to start, Jin,
Yep.
air traffic controller at Kunsan Air Base, one of the first to go through training, first to get through front load. Just tell us about yourself.
Where should I start?
It's up to you.
It's up to me. It's kind of nervous. Okay. I'm Jin. Actually, I'm Song Jin Kim.
Song Jin Kim.
Everyone knows as a Jin because Song Jin is like hard to pronounce it for everyone.
For Americans, not for Koreans.
Can you do that?
Song Jin.
Song
Song
Jin.
Jin Kim. But I was practicing knowing you were coming.
Oh, really?
Here.
Okay, that's cool.
This ain't a bad beer.
Yeah, it's my second base. Okay, I'm trying. That's my second base to be here, and luckily, I have a lot of good friends.
Yeah.
And I never expected to be here because my my language barrier, there's a language barrier. It's really, really high to me. And he invited me. I was like, should I go there? I'm gonna be embarrassing myself, but I'm always trying to do.
Yeah.
Worrying never makes the results. Yeah, I just decide to be here.
Yep.
And please, guys, please accept my English skills. Thank you.
Well, I'll say this, Jin. That's a good introduction. Your English is a lot better than you think it is. I always understand everything you're saying.
Oh, man.
And so to hear you're that worried about it is interesting. But to hear that you're worried about your English and then that you're willing to come on here is something that it's what fear does. It's like fear stops you from doing things. And
yeah, that's true.
And this is what you're doing well, is you are afraid to come on here and speak English to me because that's the only language I speak because I'm not as smart as you. And so like here we are, you're facing your fear speaking English to a public, 200 people or so are going to watch this.
You already have 200 subscribers?
Not subscribers, but views because between Spotify, YouTube, most people use Spotify now.
Okay, that's cool, man.
It is. But you're doing good, and like you're conquering that fear because you had two choices. You could have either done this and faced the fear, or just said, "No, I'm afraid," and not done it. And one of them you're gonna grow from, and the other one is just gonna suppress or oppress you, like prevent you from becoming a better person, becoming more confident in your English, which you're really good because when we have these meetings between Americans and Koreans for air traffic controller, who's been the translator the last 2 meetings?
Before me?
No.
I mean,
In the last 8 months, who was the translator?
that's me.
Yeah, exactly. So your English is pretty good to where you're translating air traffic, and you're only going to get better. I wish I could say my Korean got better through knowing you, but I'm just so lazy, and I didn't make that a priority, and I'm sorry.
That's okay. Actually, we're in American territory right now. When I pay at the Burger King at food court, it's it's just you spend in the American territory like a USD, So
What do you think about American fast food?
fast food is it's kind of it's really different from Korea. Like it's way salty. too many salts, too many sodiums in it. It's like a you just grab it from the sea. It's too salty. When I try the sausage from your barbecue,
Yeah.
I chewed it once. Seawater like a. Oh man, this is different.
We do like salt.
Yeah, this is a different charming, right?
Yeah. There's so many things that I want to ask you and talk to you about, and I think all the air traffic controllers that work with you are really excited to hear. A lot of them gave me questions and inputs on things I should ask you to where I have to tell people I can't. I have too many things already.
Thanks for the attention.
Yeah. But so like American fast food, you said is too salty. So do you not enjoy eating at our food court?
No, actually, I ate Subway this lunch for with my with Sally and with her mother and
nice. She's here now.
They enjoyed it. It's really cool.
They like the salt.
It's not the salt in the food court. It's like just normal.
What about Subway? You can get Subway in Korea. I see Subway off base in Korea.
I never tried to go to Subway before being here, and I just found the enjoy of the Subway. It's good. It was good.
It is good.
Yeah.
What about? Did you ever have Taco Bell?
Taco Bell, I never tried.
Oh,
but Chris loves it. My junior, he loves it.
And you never tried it? I'm gonna make you try it before I leave.
Taco. Is that this one, right?
Yeah.
Taco?
Yep. It's like a half circle.
Oh yeah, half circle.
The top third of a circle.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Burger King.
Yeah, but you have to try Taco Bell. It's like
okay, I'll try it then.
So Taco Bell is known because their advertisement used to be open till 2 a.m. or later because Americans go to bars and get drunk, and the bars close at 1. Yeah. But Taco Bell would always stay open till 2. So they've like built a culture of
a drunk friend. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And if this Taco Bell closed 3 hours ago because they don't like us, but if they were open, I would make us go there after this.
Yeah, because they are all Korean worker at the food court. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, they need to go home.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, let's see. So many things to ask you. Let's start. You kind of told us about yourself. Tell us more about yourself. Your age, where you came from in Korea.
I came from Incheon. I believe you guys know the Incheon because there is an Incheon International Airport.
Yes, we all fly through there.
Yeah, you guys all fly. So Incheon is next to Seoul. And I lived the entire my life in Incheon. Actually, I was born in Seoul, but entire my young life was in Incheon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends in Incheon, which I miss. I really miss them because I moved to KTU and moved to here. There's no real I really don't have chance to meet them. So my parents are living there. When I finish my duty, and I'm gonna be there for a while, just before go to Canada.
Yep, that's a good.
Yeah, Canada. I really want to go there after Kunsan. To start my new phase of my life.
Yeah.
And since Canada, they use English, I'm really good to be here to practice English.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thankfully, I have a lot of friends to help them.
You do.
Yeah.
And you're going to get more when I leave.
Thank you. I'm now speaking English like this, but I never speak. I never spoken English like this before Kunsan.
Mm.
There was no English friend, and there was no chance to talk in English. I just found myself. I'm improved.
Yeah,
I'm improved a lot, but I'm kind of still at middle school student level.
I think you do well.
Yeah, thank you.
It's interesting you say that because I mean I met you in August. Is that when
Yeah,
you got here?
I came
July,
here
August?
last year, August 25th.
August 20. Oh, see, I remembered.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and I felt like when I first met you, you spoke fine English, but for you feel more confident after these last 8
Oh,
months, which is really interesting because I think you did fine and it's good. But something you said that really interests me is you joined the Air Force for Korea and you left your family, and it's something everybody here at Kunsan Air Base can relate to because we all joined the military and we're all away from our family. And so maybe that's why you're a little closer to us than you realize is you're in the same boat. Like, you don't have anyone but each other. I know Sally's here now, but
Yeah.
she wasn't for a while because of COVID.
Yeah, it's like it's really hard to say because my parents lives in same country, they live in the different place, but I can go there if I want to. But you guys not. Your family, your parents and your brothers and sisters, they are living in the other country, which is your home. It's very far from here, and you guys can't go. I can go on the weekend if I want to, but you guys can't go there on the weekends. And it's really different. But if you say so, yes, I really miss them. When I get to my first base, I got a temporary dormitory for a while, and I was there. And my parents came to see me, and I after the meeting I was waved them goodbye, and I was like crying. I'm gonna so miss them. And how about you guys? It's really. I can't imagine. Brittany Cortano, right? Cortaro, Brittany was here and she left. And I saw her Facebook and she posted a lot of her child.
Brittany Cottonaro?
Cortano.
Yep.
I'm sorry that. Actually, I learned a lot of English names from the movie, but in real, it's really different from the movie. It's really hard to remember.
Yeah,
that's why I always impressed that you always remember people's name.
Yeah.
You remembered my name.
I did.
At the after first camping, you know? Yeah. Where was I?
I knew your name before we went camping.
Oh yeah. You verified at the time.
Yes.
Where was I? Can you?
What do you mean? Where were you? You were.
I'm in my story.
Oh man. You were talking about Cottonaro and us.
Oh
being away
yeah.
from our family.
She posted a lot of her child.
Yeah.
Aiden. Yeah. On the Facebook, and she always missed him. Like I'm making a phone call, video call.
Yeah.
And I was like, heartbreaking.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it's really I can't imagine.
So I think that's what's interesting about us in this. And I don't really have a family, but when you're here and you're away from your family, you're just forced to care more about the people around you because you need that support system. You want that, like humans are tribal, tribal. Like, yeah, we're tribal. We want
traffic tribal.
Look at these jerseys. Like we find pride and joy in wearing these silly jerseys that make us say, "Hey, I'm part of this team." And so when you're away from your family, the only way to find a tribe is to be with people you care about and like get that gathering. And you're saying so many things that I like want to ask you about. Something big on me is when someone tells me their name, I drop everything in my mind, and for the next 10 to 20 to 30 seconds, I'm like, that person's name, Jin. And I just try so hard to remember the name, and I'm like, Jin, like my favorite alcohol drink. But I don't even like the alcohol drink gin. But I do these little things in my head when someone tells me their name every time.
Now I have a tip, right?
Yes, and you know where I learned this tip? Take a guess where I learned this.
How to Win Friends.
Yes,
Friends and Influence.
Yes, and exactly. And so
Dale Carnegie.
Great. So for anyone listening, I was telling Jin, we were talking about our favorite books. And I told him my favorite book is Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And I was like, hey, I really want you to read this book. And he said, okay, I will. And so I gave it to him. And then 2 days later, what happened?
Yeah, actually, I had a book in Korean translation version, and actually, I had it, and I was like, oh, this is TP's book, and I need to return it to him, and I just gave it to you, and then I had a book, and I never read it. Actually, I was trying to read at the first page, a couple of pages, and it was like, the book always saying, do this, do that. And the book design was
Different.
The book design is really different
and boring.
Boring, yeah.
So
it's like a book for leader.
Yes.
Book for leader who want to be leader, who want to be a leader. But when I get the book, it's like I was not a person to be leader,
Oh, well, you are now.
Yeah, I really need to read this after the podcast. Yeah,
you do. So what's interesting is you didn't go where I wanted you to, but I gave him my favorite book, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And a week later, he sent me a picture of the book I gave him and a Korean book. Yeah. And what was the Korean book you were holding?
That means people read that book.
Yeah,
people read that book, but not entire people won't read the book of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Some people trying to be a leader, but he could fail.
Sure.
Yeah. Not everyone can be a leader, because everyone is the leader. Then who's gonna follow the leader? Yeah. You don't agree with that, but I agree with it, because being a leader is really really hard. Remembering others name and their preference, what they like, what they do last weekend, and remembering that and bring it up to the next conversation is really hard. That is really hard, and you really do that.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you have a big place.
Maybe. But I think it just takes effort. It takes reading these books and thinking, well, how do I actually get people to follow me?
Yeah, but I believe even if I read the book, the following that statement it's very different from the reading. I can read the book, but I doubt I could be a leader. What book says?
Yeah, I think you should just read the book again and again until you this is how I do it. Okay. And then you practice it, and then you'll see people just to the most fundamental side. When you learn someone's name, you know their name and they don't know your name, they're like, whoa, why does he know this? Or then when the book teaches you, whenever you want someone to do something, put yourself in their shoes and try to think, what makes them want to do this? And so I do that when I need people to do things, which is almost all the time with my job now. I have to get people to want to do things. And it's not manipulation. It's just, how do I make someone want to do something?
You know what? That's now you say that, it's like that's why I thought you are natural born leader.
It's from that book though, but thank you for saying that.
You can't even say that, and I try to do it, I try to read it, I try to put effort in it, and you are one step far, or one step away, just forward, one step forward, and you read it, you practice it, and you get it in your mindset, and now you can do it in your real life.
Yeah,
that's real different.
Man, I don't want to agree with you, but it's a really nice thing to say, and I appreciate it, and I can't disagree with you. But I think it just takes effort. It takes reading Dale Carnegie and a bunch of other leadership books on how to get people to want to follow you. Because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't take time to read a book to learn how to influence people or motivate them. But I've done it. I don't know how, there's a whole bookshelf here of things I've read.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And they're all about how to get people to like you, follow you, do things for you, do things for them. There's all sorts of aspects. But what I wanted to get to, and we moved away from it, is when I gave you my book, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. A week later, you're like, hey, John. And you sent me a picture of my book and one of your Korean books. And your Korean book was Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So you already had it in the Korean version. And I didn't even know that book was written. I mean, I guess I should have assumed it was in other languages, but it was really cool to see it's in Korean. And I kind of want to buy it like in every language because that's my favorite book. So I should buy it in English, Korean, German, Japanese. Like I could just have them in every language.
You know, that was kind of different.
Yeah.
That has a different start. Like your book
Oh.
was saying the importance of the reading of this book.
Yep.
Yeah, and my book was like how how famous is it? It's saying it starts to saying how famous is it and how many people read it in other countries. Like and how many copies of it is there out there. Not saying like dude, you need to read this. This is important to your life. There was nothing in the book. You know, and the book was kind of smaller than yours. You know that? You noticed that? The book is smaller.
I only saw a picture, but I could kind of imagine it now.
It's like a hand size. And your book is like big.
Yeah.
And it has, you know, a great motivation to read this. You need to read this. And my book was like it's just kind of familiar with the others and the famous book, popular, and that's all. That was all. Start with the list and the start. There was a famous robbery gunslinger, and it was a manhunt. He was on a manhunt. Yeah,
that's interesting because I know people want to do things when everyone else is doing it. So for the Korean side to be like, all the Americans or everyone's reading this, you should too. I get it. That probably gets a lot of people to want to read it. But I also maybe you should just read the American one. I have it. I'll give it to you again. Like the American one's really good.
Yeah.
Giovanni Arroyo is reading it right now. I gave her.
Really?
I read it every year. I always read that book every year, so I probably read it 7 times now. And I put highlights in mine, so all the things that I think are important. And I gave her my copy.
Yeah.
So she gets to read it and see what I think is most important. And I'm really curious because she's the first person I've done that for to like give her my copy. And I'm excited. She's halfway through and she's told me the different aspects that she likes, and it's really cool to like see what an airman, a younger, not in a leadership position, thinks about this book.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this book in Korean translation version.
Okay.
Yeah, I promise you.
All right, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, at the camping.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. So let's talk about camping in general, because if I'm wrong, correct me. But the first time you went camping is because I invited you.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I have been in camping with my parents.
Oh, okay.
When I was really, really young.
How young?
Like below 10.
Okay. So young.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Yeah. What I remember at the camping was like I hammered the nail to fix the tent. And dig the ground to make a sewer,
okay.
like to wait for water.
I've never done that.
Oh really? Dig the ground and make water passy when it rains, and water like follow the passy and don't mess the tent. Yeah, that's all. And so the camping in January, it was like my totally new experience, and I was with you guys, with American people. It's really how can I say that? It's really astonishing experience, you know?
Outstanding.
It's like making fire to nothing.
Just
drinking.
Warm. We stayed up to like 4 a.m. talking. I don't know.
I
don't know what we talked about, but we talked.
What dragged my attention was like you have a journal. And diary is a college. And you have it. So you have a journal and you write the journal and you put my name in it.
You are in there. It's right there. You're in that journal.
Yeah, that's cool. That was really cool. At that time, I was thinking like you are this kind of leader.
Oh yeah, a journal.
He's writing a journal, and okay, I do my daily diary, and
you too.
Yeah, like just noting down what I felt today.
Am I in there?
Of course, you are you're there.
Yeah, it feels
Like
good.
every American culture is there and there.
Yep.
Okay. It was good. It was good. It was more than good. How can I say?
It was like a life experience.
Yeah.
So people, whenever they ask me, what are your favorite things to do? Usually, if I'm sober, my answer is going to be camping. Because moments like that, when you're away from technology, away from distractions, away from going home because it's an option, when you're just stuck there with the people that you kind of like, because I'm not going to go camping with people I don't like. Just so much good conversation can happen. Like literally, you and I'd never stay up till 4 a.m. talking. But
Really?
we had nothing better to do, and we were drinking, and it was just interesting to hear your stories and your life, and you're my coworker and kind of a friend. And you just get to know someone, and it's, I don't know, being outside, there's something about it, man. There's something about being outside.
Yeah.
And so whenever people say, what's your hobby? It's camping, because being around people I care about, like you and Pace, Grady, AJ and her family were there, like Menluku Diaz, like just that. It's these people that I care about, and we're all stuck together, and we have alcohol and a fire and everything, the basics we need to survive.
Yeah.
And nothing more. And that's why it was really cool to like be there.
Actually, at the office, I was told you guys love to go to camping. Yeah. So we thought like, he might have a chair and tent and some kind of ice box or something. And I've been there and was boom. And you have all stuff like a big strong box and has it, right?
Yep.
Has it and a lot of tents and chairs and firewood. What was it? The grill?
Yep.
Yeah,
Grill.
Camping fire set. And every kind of beers.
Yeah.
And I was shocked that you don't have any porks.
Any what?
Porks.
Oh, like meat?
Yeah, meat.
Yeah.
How can you go to camping without meat?
I think, I mean, we knew there were stores nearby so we could buy food. But I guess that's it. So when I camp, I don't like to plan. I just like to have the basics to live.
Yeah.
And you figure it out from there. Worst case, you go home. But yeah, I guess I didn't plan that far ahead. But man, camping I could talk about forever. I just feel like everybody, I feel like a lot of people these days don't have, like when I ask people, so what are you into? Like, what's your go-to thing for fun? A lot of people don't have an answer. TV, computer, Facebook, computer games, which I guess that's fine. PC games. But I just feel like people have to have something like scuba diving or camping or just traveling. Like you have to have something. And like that's my camping. It's just being around people I really, really like. And that's it. And that's when I'm my happiest. That is it. Those moments. What about you? When do you feel your happiest? Wait.
Yeah.
I have to stop because something before I forget that I thought, like you said, me journaling was something that you thought was really cool when we went camping.
Yeah.
Something that you did that I thought was really cool. And it was like one of those moments where I was like, oh, why didn't I do that? We were camping with Mameluku, Diaz, Grady, Pace, AJ and her family, and her son, Kieran, 2-3 years old, burnt his finger, and all of us were like, oh no, we just stood there looking at this injured kid, and you saved him. Like you sprinted faster. I get 100% on my PT test, but you ran faster than me. Who knows how far you ran? We're camping. You find a store, come back within like 5 minutes with some, in America we call it Neosporin, but some kind of moisture to save the kid's finger, and he's like stops crying because of you.
I was kind of surprised that you guys don't really care.
We didn't know what to do.
He injured. Oh, is he okay? Yeah, that was all like a.
We did care, Jin. We just didn't know what to do.
Yeah. I understand that because you guys are in the foreign country, foreign environment, and you don't even know where the pharmacy is. Yeah, and I was aware of that. So the kid injured his finger by doing the fireworks. And I was surprised that at that moment, like his father just let him carry fireworks
Uh-huh.
by his hand. Is just holding like this, and it's sparkling, and the fire was coming like this, and the father was like, yeah, you can care of yourself.
well, let's not blame the father. I'm sure.
Yeah, and more, what I'm more surprised is like the kid injured his finger, and he never cried.
Oh, he's badass.
Yeah, he just said but he never cried. I was
He did do that.
how
He's
how
so
could
brave.
it be? Yeah, so I was like his mother. His mother is AJ. Yeah, I'm sorry. She looks really worrying, and
Sounds like her.
yeah, and she's like confusing what to do, not knowing what to do, and yeah, there must be I can do. So I was like using my smartphone, searching the pharmacy. Oh, it's closed. I'm gonna go there and buy ointment.
Yep.
Yeah, and grab it and just let him cure, and I didn't expect, it's just normal.
Yeah.
It's just normal. Just let's say we are in America and I'm the only one foreigner and we are in countryside, like just near the city, and we're countryside, and if I got injured, then you might run to pharmacy and grab the medicine what I need, and you're gonna do that, right?
So I would hope so. I would hope I would do the most chivalrous and right thing to do in the moment. But I'll never know unless we do it. But in that moment, when that kid hurt himself, we were all just staring, not knowing what to do. None of us brought anything for that. You just showed up, and I was like, oh, good thing Jin was here. You saved the day.
Man.
And AJ was very thankful. I'm sure she thanked you. We've talked about it like 2 or 3 times since. Like that moment where like all of us were just lost, didn't know what to do, and you just showed up with ointment.
Yeah, that is like everyone can do that. Everyone can do that. That was just I just figured it out.
Yeah.
What to do at the first.
Yep. I'm sure she likes you anyway, but because you did that, it was like, oh, good thing he was here. Yeah.
Really,
Thank you for doing that. I'm sure she'll thank you again because she listens to this, so she's gonna remember it again.
yeah, it's really thankful
Yeah.
to hear that.
We and her talked. She should be on this podcast. What do you think? Would you listen if she was on it?
It's really embarrassing myself. That's normal. Just not a big deal. And if she thanks for that, and I really, I glad for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really glad. That for his, the Aiden. Aiden's fine. Then and that's all.
Nope. Kieran. Aiden was Cottonaro's son.
Oh,
yeah. You're good. They're similar.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, who's Aiden? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But see, you're learning names. You're thinking you've got them in your head. You're getting there.
Yeah. It's really a quote to, what's your name? What's your name? To ask their name. Like I just need to find
A way to remember.
There is a timing to ask their name, and if I miss the timing, and wait a minute, what's your name? It's really awkward.
You ask someone else, what was that guy's name? He told me, I forgot, and they're gonna tell you, and they'll keep it a secret. Everyone will do that.
Yeah.
What was their name? I forgot. Every time. I've done it.
I hope that worked.
And so before we went back to Kieran and his finger, I had to bring that up because I thought that was a really good moment where you showed like you were the leader in that moment. None of us knew what to do, and you saved the day. We were talking about something pretty cool, and I changed the subject, and I forgot what it was. Do you remember?
After camping, what was that? Journal.
Oh, yeah, journaling's a good one. That's fine. We can move on.
Yeah.
When I re-listen to this, I'm like, oh, that was it. So
I know you have a bunch of questions.
And they're some of them are from me and some of them from your coworkers. One of them that I thought was really cool and I was upset I didn't think about myself. Is how long have you been in the Air Force now?
I joined the military in 2016.
So 5 years ago.
September. Yeah. It's about 5 years right now.
5 years out. So you've been in for 5 years, and most Koreans, they have to join for 2 years. So why are you doing more than that? What's the difference?
Because I volunteered. Yeah, every Korean man, they need to be in military for at least 2 years. 2 years for Air Force and less than that in other Army, Navy. Sorry,
Sorry, I do that.
and they are like a soldiers. The below tech sergeant, like a airman and staff sergeant. What was that? What was that next? Just
Airman, staff sergeant, tech sergeant, master sergeant.
anyway. I started from tech sergeant because I volunteered, and it's like a separate. There are soldiers, sergeants, and officers. And as long as I know, you have a two category, like from soldiers to sergeant and officers. Right? Officers to colonel.
Yep.
Yeah, and I volunteered. When you volunteered, and there will be a 4 years of duty, and I passed it, and I got promoted, and I have now 7 years of duty.
Did you have to do those 3 more, or you chose to?
If I choose to be promoted,
Okay.
then I get more, 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember when we were camping and drinking.
Yeah.
You said you watched maybe a couple American war movies, and you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that. How did that influence you?
Yeah, American movies. They have a lot of war movies.
Yep.
Black Hawk Down.
Yep.
I'm not sure the name in Korea is same with you guys, but
Saving Private Ryan, maybe.
oh yeah. that one. I saw a lot of brotherhood in the army, and their loyalty, and their mission, their calling for country.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of them, and it was like they are soldiers.
So to me, hearing like for you to say us here at Kunsan work as a family regardless of rank is really nice to hear, because I think that's what we're trying to do. That's the way forward. That's how you get the best. Because a lot of times the younger guys have these cool, creative, better ideas that me as an older guy just doesn't think about. And so to like get that from them and use it is huge. And
you guys love to be changed.
I'll be honest, I don't like change, but I realize change is important and good and for the best. But like me in a leadership position, change is so much work, and like I have to learn something and implement it and make sure everyone else is doing it. Yeah. I don't like change, but I do know it's important. So I try to implement it. And I probably should just say I love change. That's what the Air Force would want me to say. But I'm working on it.
Yeah. Change is really important thing. Like you see the water, and if it's not flowing, the water will be rotten.
Yep.
It should be flow. A new stream comes, and this water should be flow that way.
Yeah.
It should be changed.
Yeah.
At all time, because the world is changing. The entire human race's mindset is changing. Right. So military should follow that.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
I agree with it. And there's this book. I won't say what book it is, but I read it every year, and I've probably read it over 7 times by now. And there's a part in that book that says the best leader is like the biggest body of water that puts themselves lower than everybody, because all the other bodies of water, the other people, stream to it. Like the best leader puts himself below everyone. So the other waters come to the leader, because the biggest lake is lower, and that's why it's bigger, so all the water can come to it. And so it's something.
That's good.
Yeah, Dale Carnegie. I don't know if you've ever heard of that book.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that book can relate to everything, and that's just a fundamental thing. If you don't put yourself above everyone, like people don't want to come to someone who thinks they're too smart or too good. You have to put yourself below them, so they're like, oh, I can influence this person. Because the best way to influence people is to let them think they can influence you. Yeah. Man, we could talk about that stuff all the time, but I think it's cool that you're here, that somehow you joined to do your 4 years, made rank, you're doing 7 years, and then they stuck you here with us. Luckily, you had, I'm going to say the guy was an asshole at your last base, and that's why you got in I wouldn't say
the
trouble.
fighting, the fight.
Yeah, let's keep. Are you willing to talk about that? Your fight to get you here to Kunsan?
Okay. You know, since I was in a leader in student council,
Yeah.
I always trying to be, but the circumstances not allowed to do that. But yeah, because I didn't have my juniors, and he was my first junior. Junior is the right word.
Subordinate, junior, same thing. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. So I was trying to care of him and take him to the dinner and try to talk a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know how to be leader. At the moment, I had the book.
Oh,
I had.
you should have read it.
Yeah, I should have read it. You know, I just damn. I don't really want to talk about his attitude and his mindset, but I want to talk about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to help him, but I guess the way was not that good. So he really tried to follow me, but eventually he couldn't, and he was like he said a lot of weak words. ATC is really important.
Yeah.
It's really, really critical. And she's like, I can't do this. And after 3 PAL, 3 aircrafts of PAL, and he said, I can't do this anymore. And I was, it's ridiculous because it's only 3. We can try more and more, and we could stop it because ATC is not for everyone. Yeah. only chosen one can do this, and then I can understand that. But after 3 aircraft, it was ridiculous. So why you stop this at this? You can do more, and you can study. You can request help to me and to the others, and you're not trying to do. You're not trying to act. You're not trying to study more. It's not an effort. You could do more. And he just, I don't know, he just stopped following me and being lazy. Maybe my way was bad because I said in bad attitude, like what the fuck, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I will say, and this is an unpopular opinion, but leadership books tell you this. Sometimes people can't be fixed, people can't be saved, and you need to learn when to cut them off. Like, you have to learn. And so I don't know this guy, but there's a chance. Yeah, I know you're beating yourself up over maybe you could have done it better. There's a chance he was one of those people that needed to get cut and needed to get dropped. That is a thing. So don't beat yourself up too much. I think you did the right thing. And whatever happened between you two, the little argument, fight that happened that you don't want to talk about, that sent you here to Kunsan, I think it worked out for the best. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I'm glad you're here.
Actually, I need to thank him.
Yeah, you should. Hey, I have all these American friends now, and I'm so much happier because you were an asshole. You should say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that, but maybe in a nicer way.
I really don't say he's an asshole, but if I had a chance to go back at the time, well, I would choose another way.
Sure. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I only had a chance.
I think that was good. And I'll say, when we were camping and you told me your story about why you joined and how you just saw all the American movies and you wanted that brotherhood and partnership and companionship, it got me really excited. It made me realize, man, I'm in a really good spot, like working with people that I really do care about and would die for and do all these things for. And so even when we were camping, I might have motivated you through having this journal where I talk about my day and think about what's important, but you motivated me through telling me like how much you wished Korean Air Force was similar to the American Air Force and that partnership and brotherhood. So we both grow from each other in different ways. And moving on to the next subject.
Okay.
Listen to this. There is an American alcohol. What's your name? And is your real first name is Jin.
What was that, a real first name?
Yes.
In English?
Yes.
Can you say it again, please?
What's your first name in English?
In English?
Yes.
Actually, I don't have an English name. I
What's your Korean name?
Songjin Kim.
Song Jin.
Songjin is my first
Jin
name.
Kim.
Yeah, Kim is my family name, and I used Joshua for my English name.
Oh, Joshua. I don't like that. I like Jin.
Yeah,
And it's
but,
on your jersey.
Yeah.
Can't change it now. Jin. Oh, wait. Mine doesn't say that.
Yeah.
But I do have a similar
Yeah, actually, I got Joshua of name,
Josh.
from English camp when I was at school. Yeah, because we need to pick it up. We need to make English names
Yeah.
of ours. So
Oh, you picked Jin. Or Josh.
yeah, I just
And
picked Joshua because Joshua was my was the name from the novel that I like. Yeah, and Joshua is like a very American name,
very
and I am Asian,
Yeah.
Korean, and having American name and especially white
Yeah.
name, it could be weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I was told I was told from the video saying about his English name, having English name, Joshua for Korean. It's okay, but it's a little bit
You like
weird.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
so I just moved
Yeah.
Jin.
I
Jin
like.
is Korean.
I do like Song Jin. It would be harder to remember. I think I'd remember it. Song, because you're good at singing, and Jin.
It's Chinese character.
Oh, so Jin. Wait, give me a Korean name
Okay.
right now.
Kim Song Jin. Kim. It's just family name, and
Well,
it really
No, don't give me. My name is John Tisue. Give me
Okay.
a Korean name.
Yours? Can I
me
do
one.
that?
Yeah, because if you told me to pick one, I wouldn't know what to say.
I'm not sure. I really need to take time for that because name represents a lot of your characters.
Okay. Well, you have about 30 to 90 minutes. So think about it. But
Okay, I'll
while I'm
think
thinking
about
about it, here's why I was bringing up your name. Song
Okay.
Jin Kim. Or just Jin is what I call you. I honestly, Song Jin, I did not know that was your first name until today.
Yeah.
You might have told me before, and I forgot, which I feel bad. But Jin is what I know you as. Kim, I did know your last name because I see it on your uniform.
Yeah.
But Jin, do you know what gin is in America?
Vodka.
It's not vodka, but it's alcohol. So
Yeah.
I have something right here on the ground for us to drink out of these cups that I set here
What?
that are currently empty. How much beer you got left here? We're done with this.
Shit.
Guess what kind of alcohol I have here? Because your name is Jin, I have alcohol here in my hand now. What do you think it is?
Similar with Jin.
Is it what?
Similar with Jin.
Is it? Well, gin is a type of alcohol. So what do you think it is?
No idea.
Take a guess.
Jin. Is it start with J or?
Well, so gin is an alcohol. What do you think I have in my hand? Tell you what, I'll just tell you.
Jin
Whiskey, my favorite.
whiskey.
Not
What is the name of whiskey?
Basil Hayden, which is
Basil Hayden,
Chief
okay.
Harper, was a good friend and leader of mine.
You gonna let me drink that?
Yep. And
Oh.
in Korean culture, I'm gonna pour yours first.
Jeez, save me.
You don't have to drink all of that. I poured more than I probably should have.
Oh man,
If you get,
I never expected it. Oh, okay.
all right, we'll put this here now. Free advertisement for Basil Hayden. That is one of my favorite whiskeys. If you don't like it, you know what?
Oh, it's firing my nose.
If you don't want it, there's your beer back. All right, thank you for.
I was, I should have choose another name in Korean, like a burger or something.
That's what you burger.
If I choose burger, you might have a Burger
I
King
should have
Whopper
been-
or something.
Song taco.
Yeah, some taco shit. Man,
I brought you a taco today. All right, I didn't bring you a taco. Thank you for sharing your story about why you joined. You've traveled to America, right? Hawaii
yeah, Hawaii.
and Guam, right?
Guam with family, Hawaii with my former my colleague.
Which one did you like more, Guam or Hawaii?
Of course, it's Hawaii.
You're
Hawaii
an
is
island
my
guy.
first abroad travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, overseas travel. It was really cool, everything, because I lived the entire my life in Korea, Hawaii is like a new experience. The tree,
Yeah.
every tree is even is not the Korean. It's I'm in Hawaii. I'm in America. Oh, it's shit. Look at the tree. Look at the crowd. Look at the sky. Look at the people and the cars and even the signs, the traffic light. It's really different. It was really different, and everything was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and the colleague, he used to work here. His name is Lee.
Kunsan?
Yeah,
Oh, Lee. You went
Lee.
with. I didn't know that.
Lee.
I know Lee. He got a jersey too.
You know him.
I did know Lee.
You met him?
Met him. I didn't know him too well. I
Okay.
talked to him twice, maybe.
Okay. He was my best friend, and
Oh.
yeah, he
Until you met me.
at that time. Okay, yeah, you can say that. At that time, we're not as close as like this. So I was kind of nervous. Oh,
Yeah.
what if he say something bad? Like, this company is kind of bad. I should have bring another company like this or something. And thankfully he was good. It was cool. Yeah, he guided me and he let me talk in English. Like where can I get this one?
Because his English was very good.
Oh yeah, he's like he's native shit. And there were too much things that I can't say right now. Yeah, we tried to jump out, from the paragraph.
You did that?
Yeah, I did it. Actually, Lee requested it.
Oh.
Hey brother, we need to do this, and
That's how I talk anyone into anything. Hey, brother, let's do this. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, he really said that. Hey brother, we need to do this today.
He said in English or Korean?
Of course, Korean.
Okay. How do you say that in Korean?
형 이거 해야지. 형 하와이 왔는데 이거 해야지.
That's how I talk
so
through
we
the
took
things.
the airplane at 8,000.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, it was really ridiculous, and because he said we need to be here, and he was like, hey, you okay?
That's me.
Yeah.
I talk people into things. I'm like, why the fuck did I do this?
Yeah, he was really nervous. Yeah.
Who
and
jumped first?
I did. We jumped. Yeah, we jumped and pulled up the parachute, and it was
Peaceful.
It was really cool. Yeah, peaceful through the clouds and seeing the Pacific, right?
Mm-hmm.
See Pacific. It looks like a satellite map.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That is really cool. I've never done
Yeah.
that, but you make me want to do it.
Yeah, the one thing was hilarious that I lost my glasses. My eyesight is really bad. I can't read that. I can't read I can recognize this mark.
Yeah.
My eyesight is really bad, and I lost my glasses during the surf, and I got hit by wave. And the glasses like, and I was on fourth day I was driving like I can't see. I couldn't see, and I was trying to get a new one, and I was required prescription.
Yeah.
It was Saturday, and hospital they didn't work. They closed, and I couldn't get a prescription. I just why I can't my glasses because in Korea we don't need prescription. If I need the glasses and I go to the store and can I get glasses, and they
Sure.
and they just give me a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get one. It was kind of culture shock.
Yeah, that is stupid.
What the fuck?
I've never thought of that. That is stupid.
Yeah, glasses is just glasses, and why do I need a prescription from the doctor?
This guy's trying to get some kind of eyesight high where he gets high off of not being able to see.
Well, man, it's really, the culture thing. That was really impressive.
Yeah. How long did it take till you finally got glasses?
Yeah, I just buy a new one when I got back in Korea. Yeah.
That sucks. So you
Maybe
went the rest of the vacation blind?
5 days without glasses.
Just relying on him to take care of you.
Yeah, I was like a blind, and I was just grabbing his arm like, where should we go? Where are we going? He was helping me on the drive.
So I talked about with Langford. You remember James Langford, Jr.
Yeah.
On our podcast, episode number 5, we talked about traveling, and I talked a lot with that podcast. I usually don't talk much, but on that one I talked a lot. But traveling, I love camping. Traveling is a close second to my favorite hobby because look at all these like moments of life experiences and how better you are because of it, you know? And so traveling is another huge thing for me on how I feel happy, especially when I go with people I really, really care about.
Yeah.
I have never done this, and we can only do it for 8 seconds or I get demonetized and it gets cut. About a month ago when AJ, Kieran's mother, was here, you came to Bandoki with Sally.
Yes.
And there was pizza.
Yes.
Ooh, we're not going to have to talk about this, but do you remember the guy who said you told some guy that Sally was on a diet? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Which in America is rude to say that about your loved one.
Yeah, he said, is that bad thing?
In America,
she's on a diet.
Well, for you to say that about your wife is like insulting in American because it's like she's not allowed pizza. She's on a diet because I think so. But if she would have said I'm on a diet, that's fine. Okay. But for you to say it for her.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. I was what the what the hell? I don't even know him, and I was like, oh, am I
Hefner was his name, yeah.
Am I doing something wrong?
But I think that's something you're gonna get good at, and something you need to like. It's easier said than done. Mm-hmm. But when people judge you or say things that you don't understand because of maybe a culture difference, is to just ignore it, because you can ask me or other Americans later and we can explain it to you. But to like get upset or like feel bad over someone in the moment, like
it was okay.
You didn't know.
It was okay because Morgan keeps saying like
Weibel?
Yeah.
MM. Yep.
He said it's okay, just eat that.
Eat
the pizza.
Yeah. But I remember hearing that story that
listen to him.
You told someone that your wife was on diet.
If he was not there, I was like, oh, is it real?
Yeah.
Is it prank or something? What the hell? What the hell am I doing?
But let's go back to this. Your eyesight might not be perfect. However, even though your English isn't very good, your singing voice is pretty good. And for the first time on this podcast, episode number 11, when we went to karaoke, AJ was there, Mike was there.
Yeah.
You sang this song, Creep, and I was like, my boy Jin can sing. So I'll have it up. We can only make it last for 8 seconds.
Oh yeah.
I haven't heard you sing the song in a month. I purposely put it at Creep, 2 minutes 26-second mark.
Okay.
So when you're ready, I'm gonna let you hit play. I'm turning the Bluetooth on, and I'll stop it within 10 seconds so you don't get demonetized. But for anyone that's listening, that's made it this far, we're an hour and 5 minutes in.
Please don't laugh on it.
Hold on. Yeah. You won't laugh, but listen to Jin's voice, and Bandoki's coming up. He'll sing this again sometime in the next 3 weeks. I'll make sure of it.
Okay.
But just hear how a Korean can sing an English song so perfectly. And then imagine if you were trying to sing a Korean song, how fucked up you would make it, because we can't do it. All right, sounds on.
She run, 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 run.
Yeah, thank you. If anyone wants to hear him go a full 4 minutes and 26 seconds, Bandoki, in the next 3 weeks.
If you want to hear this, come to Bandoki.
Yeah, but I remember being there with AJ, my best friend, and you just started singing that, and I couldn't stop like just staring at you. I was like, what the hell did you learn this? And it was so good, man. And like for me to surprise you with that, and you like just have it. Do you practice that song often?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Koreans love karaoke.
Koreans love karaoke. Yeah. Koreans love pop songs. Mm-hmm. They always try to practice in karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing like a Let It Go from Frozen.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. I was thinking a different song. James Bay sings another song called Let It Go. And
Let It Go in Frozen.
Okay. I don't sing that one. But man, I wish Americans did karaoke more. It's such a fun hobby. When I was in high school, I graduated high school in Japan, and just like Korea, Japanese really like karaoke, and that was a thing me and my high school friends would do. We'd go to karaoke rooms and just sing and have fun. However, high school kids have fun. Obviously, alcohol is not a thing, but we would find ways to have fun. And I just miss it. So whenever I'm like now I'm here in Korea for my second time, and when I'm with Koreans who are singing karaoke, it reminds me of like my childhood almost. And it's like, it's really fun. Yeah.
Only if we had a chance to go out of the base and get together and let's go and go to the karaoke room. That would be better, just grabbing mic. Actually, I have my own mic in my car.
Yeah, when we were camping, we were using it.
I brought it. I always sing in my car driving, singing.
I should do that. That's why you're so good. Yeah, I remember when you had it at the campsite, me and AJ were singing and having a
it was
time.
Zombie, right?
Yep. No, she sings that song really well.
That was really cool.
It was cool.
It was cool. She can sing.
I have another pitch now. Next week, it's going to be a long one, so listen carefully. And if you need me to repeat it, I will.
Okay.
Next week is going to be my going away party. And I haven't told you this yet, but it's my going away party. It's also Grady's birthday, and it's Keith Brown's. Congrats, you're off quarantine. And unfortunately, in Korea, we can only hang out in groups of 4.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier, and it's going to be my going away, Grady's birthday, Keith's, you're off quarantine, and then we're hoping we have one more spot that you'll join us, and we'll make it your... In America, we do this thing called a bachelor party, where when someone's about to get married, we have a party for that person, and we all do a lot of fun. Dude. So if you can make it this weekend, Friday, I think June 11th. Let me check the calendar to make sure.
11 is Friday.
Yep. Okay. 11 to 13. I would love it if you went camping with us, Boryong Beach. Me, you, Keith, Grady, celebrating your bachelor party, my going away from Korea, Grady's birthday, which is on the 9th, and Brown, not as important, but he's off quarantine.
Let me check the schedule.
Oh, yeah. If you can make that.
Okay, I can go there. Oh,
you didn't even open your phone.
I'm going to open it. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
That would be really cool. The 4 of us, and we, unfortunately, the rules are you can't karaoke, but maybe it'll change the next 4 days, and the 4 of us will go to a karaoke bar and sing our heart's desires out. And if not, we can bring this whole setup, and it sounds pretty good. We could just sing here at the campsite. But if you would do that for your bachelor party, I think it'd be a lot of fun. We'll buy a bunch of fireworks, like way more money than people should blow on fireworks. And we'll just, if you can make it, let me know. I don't want you to commit now, unless you're willing to commit now and put it on this, and then you can't back out.
Actually, because of COVID-19, we can't gather more than 4, right?
Yep.
More than 4. And
there's 4 people.
Yeah, and if we can go out, and if there is a spot for me, if you invited me for this spot, I'm gonna be so. It's really honorable for me.
Okay, so guess what? There's 4 spots available. I have one. Grady has one. You have one, and Brown has one. And if they change the rules to where only 2 people can go, Grady and Brown are cut, and it's just me and you. So you're in.
The fuck, man? Oh, I'm crying right now.
Oh, you're not. But all right, so that's what we're doing next weekend.
Okay.
And that's my last weekend, my going away. And I'm really excited because that's my thing, camping. And I really like that beach site. And if anyone hears this podcast and just happens to be there, you're not in our group of 4, but you're welcome to be there. But we can't hang out because it's only groups of 4.
Anyway, we're gonna set up the tent at this spot, and if you want to join us, you can set up next tent, right?
Yeah, at another camp spot.
Yeah, just pretend. Just let's pretend to not know each other.
Yeah, I think we're at an advantage because you're obviously Korean and you can be different.
I don't know them.
I don't know English.
No, I can't do that, man.
You're right, man. We don't break rules. We're leaders. We follow rules.
Yeah.
So let's talk about...
My goal is always fulfilled. I passed 1 hour.
Oh, good. Yeah, and I still have half the things on my board to ask you about.
My goal is already fulfilled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things I could ask you. Your wedding is something that we're going to bring up. We're starting again here. Your wedding is something I want to bring up. Something that I want to ask you is, I feel really lucky to have a Korean friend while I'm in Korean, because whenever I need someone to translate something or I'm lost, I know I can call you. You're going to answer, and I just put you on speaker and you translate. Like that is very more. It's so convenient and like helpful that you don't understand. Like it's like all my stresses like. I just called Jen, got it figured out. Hey, tell him I want this campsite. Yeah. Tell him I want to buy this computer chair.
I helped him with buying the chair, man.
That chair you're sitting in. That chair. You bought that
this
over the phone.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. And many other Americans who get stationed here at Kunsan are going to have that same rapport and communication with you where you're going to help us navigate through our short tour, our year in Korea.
Always.
Yeah. So how do you feel working with Americans? Like,
man, yeah, it's like I said, it's really different from what I've learned in Korean literary thing. The one thing that I can share with you is you guys treat each other as a family.
Yeah.
Family, really. You said something about tribal at the very first time, but it's like more family.
Yeah.
More than tribal family. Like, because you guys you are separated from your family. So I was told like Yui said, and Carlos said, they said like being separated from family, real family. So we are trying to be family of yours.
Sure.
Yeah, and that was really cool. You know, being family in ROKAF, it's like a little bit different because we are we are on work. We have to work and we need to cooperate, and that's all. Being family is really different. Like a gathering in hooches, and gathering in loincloths, and drinking together, sharing our experience, cheering ourselves, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because of my language barrier, I'm so sad that I couldn't express more than this, but I'm really happy to be here, to be a member of family, your family. Yeah. And how can I express it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how you can express it.
I believe you already noticed it. Being here as your family member, I'm really happy with that. You noticed that, right?
I do notice it, and you express it to me because I think I'm not going to say I'm your best friend out of all the Air Force people, but I think I hang out with you the most and talk to you the most. So whatever relationship we have. But I think it's something unique, and like because everyone I usually hang out with in deployments and short tours are just other Americans, to have someone I work with like you who's Korean and then like try to be a part of our little family and tribe and community, it's like, whoa, we're doing something right. Like this guy wants to be a part of it, which makes me like what I'm a part of even more. It makes me want to include you. It makes me just want to be around you. So what you're doing, you don't notice it, but it has this positive effect on making our relationship, like the Air Force, even stronger. I showed do you remember when I showed you the bullet I wrote, or like for what we call 1206s, award packages, EPRs? I was like, hey, look, dude, you being in training here is this really cool thing that's going to help me get promoted. Do you remember when I showed you that? And you were really excited about it. And it's like, you guys don't realize you're actually helping us. Like, you're helping us. No one else can say, oh, we're the first Air Force ever to train Koreans. Like, no one can say that but people here. So you're having this huge impact. You show us so many things. You take us to Pumpkin Duck, like Diaz made Master Sergeant. We didn't know how to celebrate, and you made this reservation at this cool restaurant that none of us would have ever really been able to do. There's so many advantages to having you around that you don't realize.
Actually, I think like this. You guys helping our country. You guys sacrificing your life. And you accepted to be separated by family and friends in your country, and you're here to serve our country. You're helping, really. And for me, being here, what can I do for you? I just do what I can do.
Yeah.
I just always trying to be my best. And if it is just making reservation and being here in being hoochie, being loincloth, and being a camping site with you guys is already always it's my best. I'm just trying to do it. I'm just trying to get close with you guys,
Yeah.
and if it is helpful with you guys, and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it.
Wouldn't it be great if all Koreans and all Americans did that for each other? Whatever it takes to be helpful, just do it. We got to figure out how to do that and make that happen.
Yeah, I'm just doing what I can do.
Yeah.
What I can do, you know?
I really appreciate that. And I know Chris does that. Amy does that. Wook does that. Warrant Officer Doe does when he can. I know his English is different, but he tries. And something, this is almost too military and political. It's called the National Defense Strategy. And one of America's missions, priority number 2 of the National Defense Strategy, is to work with our partner forces, our allies, South Korea, and make them stronger or make them closer to us so that they can help us and be better. And like, I'm sure you agree, us being here is making South Korea better.
Of course.
So I appreciate you saying you're like flattered that we're here helping your country, but we're doing it so that you can be strong. And then when we leave, we have friendships that are going to be able to take care of themselves and produce. So there's a long-term strategy behind this. And it's really cool. Like that we are friends and like people can now see this, like the fucking strategy is working. It is working and we're becoming better through each other. I'm more cultured. I had a better time in Korea because of our relationship, because I work with Koreans. And it's really such a simple concept, but it's much bigger than anyone realizes.
I'm not the one who helping you guys, and you guys really helping me.
But 10 years from now.
Yeah, I just get positive energy from you, really, because you guys are always cheerful and smiling, laughing, and you know, being family. The relationship that is really. I lost my word. If it is on Korean, then I could say more.
What's the Korean word?
결속력.
Oh yeah, I know
it's
that
like
word.
You really? It's some kind of bond.
Oh, bond. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it really helped me. It really helps me. I always get energy from you guys, and that's why I always trying to be here, there, and there. You know, with you guys.
Yeah, you always say yes. You're always a part of our team in our outings. What was the Korean word for bond?
결속력.
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 결속력. Am I getting it or am I messing up? 결속력.
결속력. Yeah.
Okay. So some form of 결속력 you've done for me is on June 26th.
Okay.
What's happening?
June 26th. I'm gonna get married
With Sally.
with Sally.
What's her Korean name?
my name?
No.
Her name.
Sally's, yeah.
My name is
My
name is Song Jin.
Kim.
Sally's name is Hee-jung Kim.
Hee-jung Kim. Oh, wait, what? Is that her current last name or it's going to be her last name?
What was that?
She's already Kim?
Oh yeah. In America, the wife follow her husband's name, right?
Yeah.
You need to know that there were a lot of Kims.
Okay.
We're not.
I believe
Yeah.
it. Okay.
She's not my sister. You need
Wait
to
a
know
minute.
that she's not my sister.
Okay, I believe you.
That's good shit. There are more than
Many
10
Kims.
million Kim.
Oh, shit. That's like 20% of Koreans.
Yeah, I believe it's more than 30%.
Oh, jeez.
40% maybe. Yeah, but he's on Kim and me. We're gonna get married on June 26th in Seoul.
Yep, that's awesome. And so I was supposed to leave here on June 1st, but around middle of May, my boy, we were going just to dinner. I thought I was just going to go to dinner, go home, go to bed, and he picks me up as I'm walking on the streets drunk. And he's like, hey, get in. And he invited me, and I get in your car, and as soon as we get off base, Sally like talks to you, and I don't know what you guys are saying because it's in Korean. And then you guys look at me and start speaking in English, and maybe you didn't want everyone to know this, but you're like, hey, I want to ask you something. I'm like, oh, fuck. This looks serious. What is it?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I want to invite you to our wedding. You're the first person we're inviting. And I was like, first person? How many people are you inviting? And it was really flattering. And Chief Bobby Hickman retires today, June 4th. And that's what I was thinking about going. So I was going to leave here June 1st. And then you guys invited me to your wedding, June 26th, and I had a big decision to make.
Oh, man.
And it was tough. I was like, man, I told this guy I really want to go to his retirement, but also a wedding for you that you're inviting me in the first invite is really, that was very meaningful because I knew we were friends, but I didn't think I was like that big of a friend. And so after like thinking it, talking even to AJ, I was like, yeah, I have to go to this wedding. Like I can't not go. So I changed all my plans. I'm still here right now for another 3 more weeks because this wedding.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for it. And so I'm going to go to your wedding, June 26th. Oh, man, I forgot what was the word for bonding?
결속력.
Gyeongseongyuk. Like, that's it. Like, that word is like, you can't really express what it means. But, like, I was like, yeah, I'll change my next 3 weeks. I'll stick around here for 3 more weeks to be a part of this cool party. I got to buy a suit, too. I need to do that tomorrow.
Oh,
because I don't have one. Before I ask what Koreans wear to weddings, we've already agreed that we're doing a bachelor party for you. Do you know what bachelor party is? Is that a thing in Koreans?
It's something like a bridal shower.
Yeah. You ever watched the movie Hangover?
Not really.
Oh, there's like 3 of them or 4 of them now. But basically, the guys go out and party, and we'll be a little more calm, just like a camping trip. Mm-hmm. Won't be too crazy. But I'm really excited for that. I need to get a suit, and they sell them here for relatively cheap.
Should I wear a suit too?
I want to match you, but Sally told me I can't. So I want to know what Koreans wear, but also feel free to say no if this is too much. I know you. How many people can you invite to this thing?
I'm not sure of that. So if it's normal, I can invite more than 200 people. But social distance, it's up to social distance
COVID,
level.
yep.
Yeah, because of COVID-19 shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can restrict us like less than 50.
Oh, wow. It's not very many.
Yeah, it's not that many.
Okay.
But even if that happens, I really want you to be there. With 50.
Well, I was number 1 of 50. Well, I guess you and Sally are 1 and 2, so I'm number 3, and then there's 47 left. Even Sally's mom, number 4.
We're not included. Except us.
Yeah.
50.
So in American culture, this is going to be rude, and it's probably rude in Korean culture, but I'm going to do it anyway. Mm-hmm. My best friend, AJ, you know her. Mm-hmm. She's my best friend, so it'd be cool if she could come. So if I get a +1, that would be cool. But if that's too much to ask for, don't worry about it. But that's something that would be
inviting
cool.
her?
Yeah.
Of course it's fine. Why do you worry about that?
If you can only have 50 people, I don't want to limit it. But you said yes.
I'm just praying.
Oh,
please be more than 200 people.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah. So if you're cool with it, I wanted to bring her. I just didn't want to. Mm-hmm. I feel like I did peer pressure you being on here and doing it, but
don't worry.
If you change your mind, let me know. And I'll edit this out. But yeah, it's my last night there. It'd be cool to like see her before I go. We've been best friends for like a long time, so that would be cool to see her at your wedding.
It's really cool. Don't worry about it, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is it normal to get gifts for people getting married in Korea?
Gifted what?
Like gifts. Like in America, when people are getting married, they usually have like, it's called a wedding registry, and they ask for like, it seems conceited, but they're like, hey, Jin and Sally are getting married. These are the items they want.
Okay.
Is that normal in Korea?
Actually, I was told by JS, but we don't have list.
Yeah.
Actually, but usually, traditionally, if you go to someone's wedding,
yep,
and you give them money.
Okay, yeah. That's normal. Okay,
yeah, like for celebrate them, to celebrate them.
Yeah,
but don't think about it. I just said it, but don't think about it.
I invested in Bitcoin early. Don't worry.
Being there is already a gift for me.
Oh man, that is sweet. I'll be honest. You inviting me first, and then also, I feel like maybe this wasn't the right way to do it, but I'm really glad you're willing to let AJ come too. That'd be cool. To have like to hang out with her too at your thing. I don't know what I'm gonna get you yet. I have many ideas flowing through my head.
Yeah, actually, I really want to invite them all from the workers, from coworkers in RAPCON.
Yeah,
my friends. But if something wrong, if something go wrong, and they couldn't be there, and it's gonna be really hilarious, you know.
Yeah. Hilarious, I don't think is the word. If you invite them and they can't be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Sad.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Sad,
Yeah.
sad.
Hilarious.
I'm sorry.
Not the right word.
Sad.
Listen, Jin, I am a big fan of yours, and I think it's really cool that you invited me and that you're willing to let me have a +1. I'm really excited to be there for my last night in Korea. Who knows if I'll come back?
Yeah.
Good chance I will get forced to come back here again, and I'll be okay with it.
Sally was really touched of it, you know.
Sally?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, he changed his flight plan. Oh, I'm so touched.
And she's got a jersey that looks just like ours.
Yeah, she has a jersey, but she thinks like her identity is Jin's wife.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that normal for all women marrying Korean men?
It's normal for military.
Oh.
Yeah, because I am military, but she's not.
Yeah.
And you are my coworker and not coworker for her. So she might worry about that.
Oh.
Yeah, I always talk to her like a
They don't care.
okay, yeah, and they don't care. But you had a jersey. It's okay.
What things can we do to make her more comfortable?
Not sure. But I always try to invite her to lower club hoochie, but yeah, she always choose the rest. Yeah, I understand that. But sad.
Yeah, I think trying to make people comfortable just takes effort. Just takes a little bit, like it may be excessive effort, but like, what if we just bought her like this ridiculous amount of flowers? Like, would that make her be like, whoa, they like us. I'm equal. Like, there's ways to make people feel equal. You just have to think more critically than most people want to. Something you said interesting once before, and that I think is interesting about Korean and American culture differences is in America, it's very normal for 3 guys, 4 girls to hang out, or 2 guys, 4 girls to hang out, or 4 girls, 2 guys to hang out.
Yeah.
In Korea, I've noticed only men hang out with men, women hang out with women. Unless they're dating, they hang out together. But like, how does an average Korean man meet a Korean woman when you guys don't hang out in groups? That is correct, right? Like, men hang out with men, women hang out with women.
I personally don't agree with that.
Oh,
Yeah, because you are in Kunsan.
Oh,
Kunsan is like a not populated city. Yeah, if you go to Seoul, you can see that.
oh.
A lot of people gathering together and hang out
In
together.
groups of less than 4.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that happens. But like 4 people man, 4 people girl, they met. They gonna meet in club or something. But I don't know why. I don't know. The mixed gender could happen in university. But after college, it's not that normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had no chance to do that. I can't say that, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Personally, I don't agree with that because I did when I was in university.
Hang out with women. Just Sally.
Not really. I was in a
La, la, la.
student council, you know.
Leadership.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
was in a student council. I did that, but if you say that, not really know that.
Yeah, maybe I was completely wrong. I guess it's just because I was in Osan 3 years ago.
Yep.
And I didn't notice it then, but here I noticed it. And maybe it's just because it's Kunsan, so it's a unique, smaller city with university. So, wedding, June 26th. What do people wear? Because I'm going to get a suit, maybe a tuxedo, but I don't know what men or women wear. What is normal?
Just suit.
Okay.
Yeah, suit. Just whatever. It's okay. Whatever is just if it is formal, just suit or semi-suit, just normal outfit with basic color.
Okay.
Something.
So women, because I think American culture, women can't wear white on a wedding. Is Sally wearing white? White dress?
Sally, yeah.
Okay.
She definitely.
So women don't wear white. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay, I shouldn't put you on the spot. I'm going to just throw out on a limb. Women don't wear white on a wedding.
Really?
I think that's a thing. I've never tricked a woman into marrying me, so I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea because her dress is gonna be like this,
Yeah.
big and specific.
Well, what do other women wear?
No idea. There's not a specific culture for that. I believe that like that. They're wearing just normal outfit.
Okay, normal,
Not
nice
too
outfit.
black.
Not
Not too black.
Okay. So we just had old Grady show up to rudely interrupt our podcast. Grady, just yell something so everyone knows we're not making this up.
I'm here.
That probably
he is
won't
here.
make it, but he is here. We were just talking about the wedding that women wear and men wear, and we don't really know. But we'll figure it out. Google searches solve everything.
Yeah, Google knows everything. So
All right.
people in the wedding, they don't wear too black. Because if you wear too black, you're in funeral,
Ah,
right? I think it's the same with the American, right?
it is, and it's. I'm glad you said that because I was thinking like a James Bond suit, which is very black.
Yeah.
So now I will just ask them. I'm going to a wedding, and I want to look good, but I don't want to match the groom, and I'm sure they'll figure it out from there. Oh, nice catch! Don't worry about it. We have paper towels to clean up all the spills.
Oh, what's wrong with this here?
Let's see.
Okay.
All right. Oh, we're getting close to the end.
But you-
Grady's here.
Yeah.
Go
but
ahead.
Yeah, just wear tuxedo, and
Tuxedo.
you said it was tuxedo, right?
I want a white tuxedo. Can I wear a white tuxedo?
White tuxedo, that's cool.
You know what I'm gonna do? Since you said I can bring AJ, and I can't express how happy I am you're allowing that. I'm gonna ask her what she wants to wear because I'm sure she'll have as a chick she'll probably have more limited options. So whatever she wants to wear, I can be like, okay, I'll just match that.
Okay.
So I'll just do that. That makes it easier.
Just don't worry about the outfit,
Okay, if I match you, I match you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so man, there's so many more things I could say.
Okay.
Grady's here because he wants to get drunk and he wants to live our Friday night.
Yes.
Let's see. I always know what my last question is, but I don't want to move to that yet. There's so many more things. I feel like we could say. Oh, Grady, guess what? He said he's in. He's in for our bachelor party next week. Grady just did a cartwheel. Pretty impressive. I didn't know he could do that at that age. Oh man, we talked about camping. We talked about what you like in the Air Force. Kiara Fraser's been on here twice. I'm a big fan of her. I know you actually don't get to work with her too much because you're literally on opposite crews of her, but you know her.
Yes.
And I know one time you told me you think she is very, very good at air traffic and a good leader. It's going to ruin the 5 questions if you picked her. But, all right, you can't pick her for the 5 controller questions I'm going to ask you later. But working with Fraser, I say this too much. I think she's going to be my boss one day. What do you think about her?
Yeah, KB. Yeah, actually, I didn't have a chance. Is that right? Phrase?
Yep, KB, Fraser. Yep.
I mean, what I said, the grammar thing.
What'd you say? I didn't have a chance?
Yeah, I didn't have a
Yeah.
chance to work with KB a lot, but yeah, I noticed that she is kind of well known of Kunsan, and she know the rules, entire rules and everything. If I ask her something and she can respond right away. Yeah, and she's always on the supervisor, and she can control them.
Yeah.
She can, she can do everything. Oh, and it was like a, what is her rank?
E6, but she just made E7, so she's equal to me now.
She was tech sergeant then.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. For tech sergeant, it was kind of, yeah. I don't know if I can say that, but as a tech sergeant, she was kind of take a big position.
Yeah.
Big part of the crew, big part of the RAPCON. Yeah, I really wish to have a chance to work with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope she changed her crew.
Or you change crew, one or the other.
Yeah, maybe I can change that.
That's a good answer. I asked her questions to ask, and she had inputs, so I had to ask what you think about her because it was interesting that she had things for you, even though you guys you never worked together. I thought that was cool. But yeah, she's good, and so
Yeah, everyone loves KB.
yeah,
That's really awesome, man.
I want people to feel like that about me. That's how I want.
You already know that, you know.
I want to hear about it.
People know. People loves TP a lot.
That's what I need to hear in my life. Words of affirmation. For anyone who knows what that means. All right, so here's a question. Before we get to the final question about the best controllers you've met, something I think is interesting to ask people is if you could have lunch with anybody that's currently alive in the world for 30 minutes, who would you pick?
Best controller.
No. You can have lunch with anyone, a celebrity, a movie star, a weirdo. If you could have lunch with someone for 30 minutes
lunch
and talk to them
for
who would
30
you pick?
minutes?
Yeah.
Let me see. That was not on the list. She sent me.
Surprise.
Oh, surprise. Okay. It could be anyone.
Anyone.
Elon Musk.
Oh, that's so good.
You know him, right?
Yeah.
He tweeted a lot, and my investments on Bitcoin was fucked up, man. I really need to ask him, why did you do that?
Why did you tell me first?
Yeah, I lost a lot, man. I was just kidding, for 30 minutes.
No, that's a good pick. Elon Musk. I feel like he just... I don't know how he became so successful. I don't know if he was born rich. I don't know how he got to where he is. I should. But I would also like to talk to him. That's a good pick. It's a really good pick.
Yeah. That was...
He just you know who Joe Rogan is? He does podcasts, but he had Elon Musk. And one time he's like, hey, so you built 10,000 flamethrowers. Why? And Elon Musk's like, oh, that'd be fun. I just wanted to build flamethrowers and it'd be fun. Shit. And that's his thoughts. And it's just like, I want to do that. I want to live life where I just do whatever I think. And a lot of things bad would happen if the world let me do that, but it would be a lot of fun if I could if I had enough money and power and influence to do whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. Be in a bad spot, but I'd be happy.
Have you invested on the coin or something?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
You lost?
No, I made a little.
You earned?
Yeah.
Man, I lost it.
How much? Well, actually, we don't have to answer that. But
how much? A lot.
Some people win, some people lose, and then some people lose and their friends win and they make it up to them at the wedding.
Yeah, shit.
We'll figure that out. So, all right, we're moving towards the end. And here is the question I ask all air traffic controllers. And you're going to be the first Korean air traffic controller I ask this. So I'm going to ask you about building the perfect air traffic controller. And it's going to be 5 categories. It's going to be best air traffic controller, most book smart. Oh, you know about this. Best leader.
Leader
nicest.
Follow around.
Wow. What do you listen to all my podcasts?
I'm a big fan of yours.
Well,
yeah, finally, that question came to me.
Yeah. Oh, so now you've had practice. Hopefully you know, starting with the best air traffic controller,
Best. You really need to know that because I'm the only ROKAF so far in the podcast. I can't pick up one people for the best controller.
Go ahead, pick one.
No, I can't do it because
come on, it'll be fun.
For fun.
They can get promoted off of your pick.
Really?
Well, probably not. Maybe. Don't pick Grady.
Oh,
you're the little audience member.
Because I prepared what if he asked for the best controller? What should I say? I would pick Sarah.
Oh,
you know
Zaragoza?
Yeah.
Yeah, tall
woman. Yeah.
Why? What did you see her do?
Because she showed me her effort and her dedication, her passion on air traffic control during KFT.
Yep.
KFT, Korean Flying
Training.
It was kind of big event in Kunsan and a lot of air traffic than normal series. Yeah. And she was like, she tried to. As long as I know, she tried more than 2 times on the approach position, and it was like I know it was kind of challenging for her because there is a language barrier, a big language barrier. Because the pilot, they not came from Kunsan, they came from another base. You know that?
Yep.
Yeah. And she tried to do it. And I know we all understand because she she kind of failed at the first time, like trying to make a conversation, try communication with the Korean pilot. Actually, they messed up. They messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really the English. English is standard phraseology language, and they need to practice English. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and she failed the first one, and I saw her cry. Yeah, and she was like crying on the phone, walking around the IFA room and the break room. I thought she never tried again, but she did.
Yeah.
She sit down the position again and did it. It really required a brave, right?
Yeah. Bravery.
Bravery. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, because the way you towards the end there, I was like, oh, this is like not the best way to be introduced, but yeah, she did that, and that's very prideful for an air traffic controller to be like, no, I'm gonna fucking do this, and she did, and she was, I think, the only person to get rated, like get her qualifications during KFT, and most people would not choose to do that. They would wait until it's over because it's so be less stressful. But yeah, that's a really good pick. I'm glad you picked this, and as a person who's a big fan of The Office and she knows The Office more than me, I'm glad you picked her. Like that's really good.
Yeah, I want to say it like this: she fed but never fed.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you step on again, then it's never failed.
Yeah.
Because you can go over and over forward, right?
Sure.
Then it's never failed. There's no failure.
Yep.
Failure is just another name of experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. And so I picked her for best controller.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Really good pick.
I hope Sarah see this.
Yeah.
Sarah want to see this.
So if you tell her, she'll listen to it. I don't think she listens to this. She's never talked to me about it. One of the few. So maybe she will when you tell her about it.
Yeah.
I'll be interested. Yeah. That's a good pick. Okay. Moving on. Sarah, congrats on getting best controller.
Yep.
Most book smart.
Smart. Book smart.
Yep.
I know smart. What is a book smart?
Book smart in America in air traffic means like who knows the rules better. So, yeah, like Kiara is working on her doctorate's degree. So is Chief Clark. They're working on doctorate's degree. Very high education.
Degree.
Yeah. But book smart, like Chief Clark's not working traffic much, so you can't pick him. But like, who knows the rules the most?
Yeah. Actually, since I knew I regard the smart is just smart, so I picked the colors. Sir Colors.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been here for 5 years. The guy better be.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Actually, yeah, it applied to him like a book smart. It applied to him like he knows Kunsan.
Yeah, he does very well.
Yeah, he knows Kunsan, Korea.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, when I have something to ask, I always try to go to you and other controllers, and if you guys don't know, I go to Callis.
Good choice, yeah.
So Callis, he knows everything, every regulation.
Yep.
It's not only about ATC. He knows about the above them,
Yeah.
and actually, I personally went to him and request a life advice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I did it really, and he always provided me life lessons.
Yeah.
It was really helpful for me. Yeah, I was able to stand up again by his advices. Yeah, so I just pick him as the smartest controller
That's
ever.
That's a good reason to pick him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. He does know Kunsan very well, and he's kind of one of those hidden people that people come to him for things, but nobody else really knows it. Like we all have our things we go to Cal for. I mean, I share an office with the dude, and he tells me a lot of things that most people don't know that he teaches me. So I'm glad you only get to pick 5 people today, and you picked him for one. That's good. And he actually listens to these. So
Really?
That'll be good. He will hear
Hello,
this.
Carlos.
Hello, El Norbert. All right, moving on.
I'm really happy to work with him.
Yeah.
At this moment.
And he's here for like 20 more months.
Oh yeah.
He's not leaving. Dude's here forever. Okay, number 3. What's number 3? Do you remember?
Nicest, right?
Nope.
Leadership. Leader.
Yeah. Most natural leader.
Most natural leader. I believe you already know my answer.
I'm guessing me, but I don't know.
Yeah, of course it's you, no?
All right, I wish I wouldn't have said that because then you felt obligated. But
You're the best leader. It's not because you are in front of me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everyone likes you. I noticed that in hooches, in RAPCON, in anywhere, everyone likes you. I never heard, I never heard people always saying about you good thing.
yeah,
And always smiling at you, never fought with you, never get confliction with you. I believe that is not the 100% of leadership, but you're doing that. You're doing that. You care them much. You care them, and maybe because you are in NSC, you were in NSC, right?
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know them, and you can provide them some kind of advices, life experiences, and good things. How can I say that? Good advices. I'm sorry, my language barrier. Shit.
Nah, you're doing good. That one's so there's 5 categories, and being picked as this one leader, or the follow one, or like the 2 that I think I would like. Our best controller. Those 3 for air traffic controller I think mean the most. And I do appreciate you picking me for that. Being Natsit sucked because the only thing you can do is piss people off and like hurt them because you're making them do more work about records and things they don't really care about. It was miserable. It was miserable. It is the worst job. And so to like get out of that, get to be a chief controller, assistant chief controller, and get to like just talk to people and influence their lives and have influence is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for me, and I really enjoy that side of it. So to like only be doing that for about 50 days now, not even that. It's cool. It's cool for you to think highly of me that don't.
Above all that, I personally think you are the leader because you always invite me to your camping and you give me advices. Yeah, and you inspires me, right? The word. Yeah, you inspires me, and you give me like a new perspective to see the world and to people, and you keep awakening me, my leadership. Yeah, knock knock. Is there Jin's leadership? Yeah, come on. There is. Yeah, but
I almost feel like you're thinking just friendship is leadership, and I'm good with that. I like all the things you said.
More than friendship.
It is, but I feel like you just when you make relationships with people, and you put yourself vulnerable and just like let yourself be yourself, people are probably gonna like that. People like people who are just themselves and make them feel comfortable and like just do whatever it is that they want to do. Because usually, if you're doing what you want to do and you're passionate about it, it's like, oh, this guy knows he's confident. It just shows, I think, confidence. I think I'm a confident person. It's rare for me to say I'm a great leader, but I think I can be confident in the things that I'm doing. I don't let people. Yeah.
Some people, some leader, they say something bad, something good. And I agree with that because sometimes we need whip to drag people ahead. Yeah. But I personally believe the soft leadership is always better.
Oh wow, yeah, soft leadership.
Soft leadership is always. Is that in the book?
No, it's not in Dale Carnegie, but I have studied it, and that is a term.
Yeah, I personally believe the soft leadership is always the best because hard leadership is like a whipping them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it work, but sometimes some people, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're whipping me. But soft leadership is never happened that.
Yeah.
You know, and we are motivated and we are taught it. Oh, he really think about me. I'm gonna fulfill his expectation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's like a self. What is this? What should I say?
I'm not sure. I'm excited to hear it though.
Yeah, dragon. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, he wants to do this by himself, right?
Yep.
Not by exterior force. Yeah, I believe soft leadership that you have is the best.
Yeah. Man, it's hard to respond to that. I really appreciate it.
I really need to agree with that.
I try to like, sure, of course I want to be a good leader.
Yeah.
And so I try to, and I don't really know everything I'm doing at all times. I just think this makes sense to do. This makes sense to not get angry about, and I just do it.
Yeah.
My friend, and he's Chief Harper from Germany, put me on this book. It's called The Last Lecture. And I read it, and it tells you like, and my friend Carl Mahan, he retired as a master sergeant, also said this. When you get to your first base, the first thing people should know about you is that you're there to work, which is cool. And then my Chief Harper, his book told me that whenever you, like when I first got here, I was working a lot. I was putting like 12 hours in a day.
Oh shit.
You know, just trying to figure things out, how they work here, what I have to do, what I have to fix, showing people I'm not afraid to stay late, showing people I'll do things for them. And so just putting in that extra time, that book says it's like putting money in a bank. So when you invest early, later on in life, all that investment you've put, the time you've put in, later pays dividends like interest, money. So later when you go on, things are easier because people know you're willing to work hard. So they're like, okay, I'm not going to make this guy work hard for me. I'm just going to do it. Or me studying all these Korean Kunsan regs, I now know them. So later on when people have questions, I just know the answer. Yeah, I think that's how I got where I'm at. And maybe it worked out for me. Maybe it worked out for your perception of me. But I appreciate you picking me for that. That's the one I usually want to get picked for, or number 5. So I appreciate it.
There's no doubt for it.
Thank you for saying that. And I am, again, grateful that because whatever I did made you like me, made us be friends, made you invite me to your wedding, and then made you feel willing to give me a +1, even if you can only have 50 people. That means a lot. And I can't express that enough. I really do appreciate that, Jin.
Yeah.
Number 4. What's controller number 4? Do you remember?
Nicest.
Look at you. You listen to these podcasts. Who's the nicest?
Nicest. I picked up Yuihara.
Oh, that's a good pick. Oh,
Yeah.
Daniel's son.
Yuihara, I noticed that he always laughing, like making a good atmosphere in the RAPCON IFBAR room.
Yeah.
Yeah. He always trying to cheer up, you know,
Yep.
people's mind and condition and their emotion, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool. That is really, really, really biggest part,
Yeah.
I think, you know, because ATC is a really stressful job.
Can be,
you
yeah.
know, yeah, because one mistake could be led in the catastrophic accident.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're all stressed. We're all under the stress, and under this circumstance, smiling and laughing, it's really good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the RAPCON, we're working on it, and at work site, laughing is less to be appeared than home, you know. And he's always trying to make them laughing, make them smiling, make them good feeling. I really admire that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really hard because Yuihara, he had his own problem, of course, and
Everyone does.
yeah, sometimes he might feel bad, oppressed, depressed, oh, today I really feel bad. I doubt I can smile at the work, but he always does. He
Yep.
always does. He always trying to make them happy.
Yeah.
That is really trait,
Mm-hmm.
really good characteristic of him.
Yeah.
I really, 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 uh, I really want to get this characteristic of him.
Yeah.
No, I want to make them happy. Me too, and it's really hard for me.
I can agree with you. I think you got it. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
But I think your pick for Yuihara was good
Mm-hmm.
because the dude is always positive. He's always smiling.
Yeah.
He's always happy. And so that's a great pick, and I can't disagree. And I would say, even though that's what you want to steal from him,
Yeah, I really want to steal for me.
well, we want him to have it, but to like replicate it, I guess is a better word. But I'm really glad you pick him because I'm a big fan of him. He's going through a lot, and he always is the same. He always, every time I see him, he just like, he just smiles, and I'm like, all right, I'm happy too now. And he's a great controller too. All right, last one is if you could pick one air traffic controller to follow you around for the rest of your air traffic control career, who are you picking?
Follow around. I would pick up Christian Trainer.
Oh, your trainer, Christian
Yeah.
trainer.
Trainer is my trainer. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Why would you pick Christian?
Yeah.
Katran.
Yeah, because he's my trainer.
Yeah.
I really need to stick with him. Yeah, but not because of that. He's very young, you know that? He's
23 now.
right?
Yesterday, I
now.
think, his
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, his birthday. Yeah, he's just 23. He's really young in Korea.
Yep.
And he still can express what he feels and what he thinks.
Yeah.
He has on his guideline of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in Korea, it's really hard to say that if you are older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have all my ways, but I can't say that easily, because you might have another one, and you can advise me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that one is really bad. You need to live this way. Well, I can't agree with that, but that happens in Korea because the tradition thing. But trainer always give me an inspiration. Like I want to do this, and I do that, and he can do whatever whatever he wants, and he can say that to me because he's my trainer. We hung out together several times to go out to grab some McDonald's or something, and I was inspired by him a lot. Yeah, so I'm 29 in Korean age, and I'm still worrying about myself. Oh, I'm 29, and my physical age is 29, but my mind age is not may not be 29. Maybe I'm less than 20. I'm so young. I'm so unmatured, right? Unmatured,
Immature?
unmatured, matured. Opposite word of matured.
Opposite of mature?
Yeah.
Immature.
Immature. Yeah, I'm so immature myself. So, yeah, I was in that kind of time. I'm just thinking about my life, and boom, he came out, and what the fuck, man? Do whatever you want, man.
That sounds like him.
Yeah. So
Man.
yeah, he really inspired me. So that's why I really want to stick with him, follow around him. Yeah, he gives me a lot of life way, how to live the life.
Yeah, that's good. And why I really liked you picked, I'm going to call him Katran because of his jersey, is over a month ago, Joshua Smith picked Katran to be your trainer because he was like, yeah, they just seem to get along. I want him to train Jin. Or maybe it wasn't a month ago, about a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago. And I was like, okay, I just agreed. That's what his pick was. I was like, I haven't seen it. But turns out Josh Smith was right. You and Katran have a good relationship. So the reason I like asking this 5 controller question is because it makes people really think about the best 5 people in their life. There's this book that says you become like the 5 people you surround yourself with. And that's a generic thing to say. It's hard to pick the 5 people. Obviously, you have to pick Sally and you have to pick your family. It's a hard thing to say, but when you limit it to controllers, you really pick the people who aren't your family that you're just around. And so for you to pick Zaragoza because she didn't give up when times got hard and she kicked ass the next time around, like that's really cool. For you to pick what was the next question? Nicest? What's the second one? Is that nicest?
Second one is smartest.
Smartest. And you picked Callus because his Kunsan experience and
Yeah.
you can come to him for anything, which is great. I can't disagree.
He gave me life experience.
Yeah. You know, and book smart, life experience. And then for you to pick me for the best one, natural leader. Obviously, I got a podcast. Just kidding, but that's really cool to get picked for that. I try to be like a leader, I think. And so it's cool to know that it's somewhat working through my books or whatever my actions. Like, I appreciate that. It's hard for me to reflect on what I'm doing as for why you picked me, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Yes. Picking nicest. Don't tell me. Let me think. You picked. Who'd you pick for nicest?
Nicest.
Yeah.
Vihara.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Big smiles. Not surprised. Great pick. Yep. And then picking Katran for the guy that you would have followed you around. Like, makes sense. The dude's your trainer. He cares about you. Has a relationship with you. Speaks his mind. All those are great aspects, characteristics people should pull to become a better person, which is what I strive to be, and I think other people are always trying to strive to be. So we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. So it'll be a little less because we got to cut some out, bathroom break, and some dumb shit we've said.
Yeah.
That others won't know about. But Jin,
I'm so surprised for myself. I could do this for 2 hours.
Yeah, you even knocked the mic down. First person to do that. You caught it.
Yeah.
But man, I had a great time doing this.
I really thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So before I hit the end button, if there's anything else you want to say, Sally, thank you for letting Jin be here and talking to me. I told him I'd have him out of here by 11. It's midnight now. I'm sorry, but I'll make it up to you at the wedding somehow, some way, with my +1 that Jin just allowed me to do. But final words are for you. And then we'll end this thing. What do you got to say?
Okay. I really want to say everybody working in Kunsan. Yeah. Can I see the camera for
Sure.
that?
Oh, look, we get a good thumbnail out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have something else. And then you do that, and I have something after. You go first.
Okay. Okay. As a Korean military, I really want to say you guys, thank you for serving your life. You're sacrificing your life and your relationship, everything in your life, and you're here right now. I really thank you. And if you have any struggle in here, I really want to help with that. If I can do that, and being with American controllers and American guys here, it's really awesome, and it's really cool. I don't know if there's a highest expression for it, But if there is, I want to say that I really thank you. I really appreciate it for being here. Yes, sacrificing your time with family, your friends, it's really uncountable, Yeah. And under the COVID-19 the situation, I really feel heartbreaking, You guys can't go out, not easily, They are all under the restriction. And even if the circumstance is like that, but you guys came here, you guys to be here, you choose to be here. Yeah. Do you have any suggestion for the words higher than thank you?
No, but when you explain, I'm looking for a word bigger than my highest gratitude, and I don't know the word except to say a word bigger than my highest gratitude. That's a pretty good word for it. Yeah, that's a good expression.
Sometimes action is more than the words.
That was it. Cool. So wait, before you leave, before this is over,
just wait a second.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Thank you. Really, thank you.
Man, that's good. That is going to be the thumbnail, you bowing. That's too good not to use. So for the final words I have, there's a drawer to your right there.
Drawer, yeah.
Open it. There's going to be markers, and then there's going to be 2 or 3 gifts in there. I don't know how many I put in there for you.
Top one?
Yep, top one. What do you got in there?
What?
So the first thing is what? Pull one out at a time. I think there's 2 or 3 gifts.
First thing is a medal.
Okay, so that is it's not a medal, it's a coin. It's the new
cool.
air traffic control coin Edwin Diaz made like 2 months ago.
Damn it, 2 months ago.
Yeah, he made a bunch of them, and
Yeah.
people all over the world are ordering those because it's the new air traffic coin, and he wanted you to have one. So
Oh
that's
man,
from Edwin.
I really like it. Then.
Yeah, and on the
it says this job doesn't build character; it reveals it.
exactly.
Shit,
So that side is the radar, and the other side is the tower.
Oh,
There's 2 sides of it.
It is.
Yep. So Diaz made that. He wanted you to have one. That's yours. What else
man.
you got in that closet?
Thank you. Am I deserving for it?
Yes. What else is in there?
Yeah, and the next one is have a Tisue podcast.
Oh, maybe that's gonna have to be the thumbnail.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
But-
it here.
There you go. Yeah, get it on the right side. That's a good side. Mine's on the left.
Have a Tisue podcast. I really want to have since I saw that.
Yep.
I'm gonna advertising it.
Yeah. You gotta get it. That's it.
Yeah, cool. It's
But-
really cool. ROKAF people
Mm-hmm.
they don't really care about the passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really surprised that you guys really care about passes.
It's a
You have a lot in your jersey.
it's a tribal thing. Like,
Yeah.
what groups am I a part of? Like, we have this stupid Yoda. I don't even
Yeah,
watch
Yoda.
this. But it's just so stupid that I have to
Yeah.
have it. My boy Price, we were off it together in Moody.
Yeah.
He made this patch and he gave it to me, so I had to put it on.
Yeah,
Air power leadership. Yeah, it's just tribal.
it's really a trouble thing.
Yes.
I personally say that it's family thing.
Family, tribal. Potato, tomato. I hope you put it there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
And so all we have to do is I'm about to end this. Thank you for being here. I'm going to make you sign this thing before you
Of
leave.
course. I'm gonna make a biggest sign on here.
Okay. Jin, thanks for coming here. I hope Sally enjoys listening to this. I hope anyone that comes to Korea, if Jin is here, he told me this, and I'm going to make him extend this to anyone. If you come to Korea and you don't speak Korean, don't worry. Now you do. Because you just get his phone number and you call him whenever you need a translator, and he does it. And you're set.
Yeah, when you get here, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna have better English,
It'll only get better.
I can promise that.
And you can translate.
Yeah, I'm gonna translate everything.
Jin, thanks for drinking whiskey with me. You're my boy. I'll miss you when I leave. Thanks for inviting me to your
Thank
wedding
you.
in the +1. For those that didn't catch it within the conversation, I originally planned on leaving Korea on June 1st. The invitation to Jin's wedding influenced my decision to stay for the rest of the month and fly out the day after the wedding on June 27th. Getting to know Jin and talking to him was awesome. For any air traffic controllers heading to Kunsan RAPCON, make sure you get to know this guy. Have a Tisue podcast. Current platforms are YouTube, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and Anchor. Thanks for listening.